Thank you all for joining, guys. This is Gomes here from Cuban Square. So I'll just quickly, few of you know about me, few of you don't. So I'll just formally have a small intro, brief it, and then I'll just move on. So I'm Gomes. So I have quite some experience in corporate. So after working with IBM for several years and Cognizant Comcast, now I am full-time into as a senior trainer, providing consultation, developments, and all these things. So we have our branches in Chennai in couple of locations. So this is our website, Cuban Square. So here you can find all the details, what we offer and what we are currently doing. So it's been 4 years now. Last month, we celebrated 4 years of Cuban Square. So we started with IT training initially, and we partnered with Red Hat. So Red Hat is we are advanced business partners of Red Hat. So wherein we are authorized to deliver the training, the consultations, and all these things. And also, we also deliver all sort of Red Hat certifications as well. So currently, we are here to learn about ISTIO. Red Hat also has its own ISTIO part, Red Hat OpenShift Mesh. So wherein we are using that also. That is also based on this open source ISTIO only. The way Red Hat OpenShift is based on Kubernetes open source product. Similar way, ISTIO, Red Hat OpenShift Mesh is based on the ISTIO part. So with respect to the services, as I told you, we have IT training, then IT solutions, IT support, IT services, software development as well. So we have students across the countries, then clients for software developments and product developments as well in different countries. And for information, yesterday we got a requirement for Red Hat Ansible. So if you or your friends are having and 3 to 5 years of experience in Red Hat Ansible. And if you are ready to travel to Singapore, kindly do share your profiles. We are in need of urgent basis. This is for direct Red Hat itself in Singapore. But this is for 1 year contract. But what we have been told is the contract will extend after 1 year. So if you have experience and exposure in that, kindly do share your profiles. Okay, and one more thing is coming up. This is for a short duration, probably for 6 months, I believe. This for Bangalore. Initially, the person has to be in Bangalore and then work from home. That is for Linux administrator. So if your friends are looking for a Linux admin who are looking for a job and opportunity as a full-time employment, this is for a company in Bangalore. Okay, these are the two current opening we have. One more is, I'm telling this to all the batches so that I can receive profiles. One more is we have a technical director open position in Chennai for a company named Moveit. They are looking for a person with cloud, DevOps, and architectural experience, should possess 15 plus years of experience. So if your seniors or leadership who has technical experience is looking for an opportunity, kindly do share the profile. I'll just directly share it to the VP of that company. Okay, this is for Chennai, Ambattur location. Got it? Okay, so this is about Cuban Square, and you can find me in LinkedIn here. This is my LinkedIn network. So you can just come and just look for Gomes Cuban Square or Gomati Subramanian Cuban Square. Okay, you can find me there. Now, coming back to ISTIO. So here we have detailed about the ISTIO courses here. Right here we have detailed about what we deliver as a part of ISTIO. So the main aim is to complete ICA, ISTIO Certified Associate. Right, the first and primary reason why even I started this is because of Naveen. So he is one of my a friend from Cognizant. So he was telling me 100 times about this ISTIO. I started and I'm yet to get certified, which I'm going to get it certified soon so that I can share my experience to you. I hold 19 different technical certifications, including I'm a Red Hat certified architect and Red Hat certified instructor on several other domains. But this is because of this guy, I'm just getting it. But a very interesting topic and a tool which is being used by all the corporates now, because when they felt that we are coming out of traditional, we are coming into modern world, we are getting into microservices, everyone were happy and they thought that all the problems are getting addressed. But I would say that is a beginning of all the problems. right? So whenever we use anything, there is a problem. So for that problem, I have a solution. So one of the solution for this particular mess created by microservice is the ISTIO service mesh. That's what we are going to learn here. And here, this is not about the certification. This is the training alone, what we are talking about. So here you'll find all the details and course content as well. You can find it here. Okay. So currently we are developing an LMS. In that LMS, we will be posting several intro videos and technical hands-on videos in that. So soon all of you will be getting, probably by January, we are releasing a simple LMS of Kubernetes in-house development. We are developing that. So we are hosting it in AWS as a Kubernetes part. So we'll be sharing that soon so that you guys will have access to the pre-recorded videos of how to install, how to configure, go with an examples and all these things. And also, I understand that few of you are already working in ISTIO. So I'm going to learn from you as well, try to understand how your architecture is, what exactly you're doing, what is it still you are lagging, and what better solution can be given in your current working environment as well. Okay, we'll learn about that as well. I come from a background of banking domain, especially, right? Several experience on banking and video domain. So when I'm working with Comcast as a senior manager, we were managing the video domain like Netflix OTT. My team was handling the OTT platform of US Peacock. Okay, that one, and video processing. How, I mean, we simply call it as camera to eye. So once the shooting is done in a specific location, how that raw content of video is getting transitioned to different layers, how it is being chunked into different smaller parts, and how those are being processed, and how what are the different components, applications available in between, which finally gets converted, and we see that in our mobile or tab or TV, whatever devices it is, right? So that the entire applications in between, right? So including the billing and customer care stuff, how they are being microserviced, how they are being converted, how that is being taken to Kubernetes. So we are using AWS EKS there, open source as well, both, but mainly everything was running on top of AWS, the way Netflix is doing, right? So you can find all sort of architecture details here. So we will be having, today is just an intro. From tomorrow, we will start with the ISTIO installation and move forward with that. And I am using GCP. So I would request everyone to create a GCP account. Okay, hopefully few of you will already have. So in Kubernetes website, if you go to blogs, and if you scroll down to installation, you will find a blog for how to create an account in GCP. Okay, you can create a GCP account, either go with a instance and install Kubernetes manually, or go with GKE clusters. Okay, in my case, for the ISTIO practice, I have both Minikube in my local system. I have CRC, Red Hat OpenShift CRC in my local system. Then I have GKE installed in GCP as well. I have all these three areas. You guys can decide. GCP is best. You can create the free trial account. While creating the GCP account, either use the credit card or a debit card. They will be reducing around 2 rupees. And recently, they have added a new feature for net banking also. But in case of net banking, you need to go for 1,000 rupees. But they will refund that. But initially, they will be taking that 1,000 rupees from you. Okay, refundable amount. Net banking is also there. Even yesterday, I opened one with the net banking. So you can open the GCP for 90 days. You have free trial, and around 25,000 worth of free trial, $300. So you can use this and we can play around with that. Okay, so before we move on, can we have a quick intro, a small intro about your name, so that all of you must know. I know, except couple of them, I know all of this, but a small intro about yourself. Yeah, we'll start with Mona. Hi, Mona. Vanakkam.
Hi. Hi, everyone. This is Mohna. I am working in Intent FinTech currently as a DevOps engineer. My day-to-day activities are handling Azure and especially Kubernetes. Yeah, this is all about me.
Great. While
I
we
also
probably we need to understand what are the challenges you have in your current environment. No need to mention the clients and all these things. Just by mentioning what the problem statement is, so that will really help others as well. Okay, networking is more important. Okay.
Yeah, now only we are actually migrating the resources
Okay.
from one Azure tenant to another. So,
Okay.
our Azure architecture is clumsy. Like we haven't organized this VNet peerings and this like allocating the IP addresses. And now we are facing these constraints, because we have n number of VNets for very few clusters. So
Okay.
we are facing challenges in organizing them, like how to allocate the IP addresses for these many nodes, like that.
Okay. Okay. Good. Challenges are good. Only when challenges are there, we all have job. So
Yeah, yeah,
okay. So problems are good for us.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you, Mohana. Yeah,
yeah.
we'll discuss more when we move on and we'll correlate things. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You. Naveen, I know him very well, but probably he can introduce himself for others.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Navin. I have 8 years experience. I'm currently working with Amex, and we were actively working with OpenShift and STO mixed clusters. And I'm looking for ICA certifications, and that's the reason I joined this course. Yeah.
Thank you, Naveen. Priya Pandey. Hey, Priya, you are not audible. Uh, Priya, are you talking? प्रिया सुनाई दे रहा है? Okay, I'll come back, Priya. I think we're trying to speak, but we are unable to hear. Rajesh? Priya, no, it's not at audible. Anyone, is it audible when she's speaking?
No gums.
No, right. I think she's having mic issues. Okay. Rajesh? Okay, we're to unmute. Okay, meanwhile, move on with Magesh.
Hi friends, I am Magesh. Actually, I am a newcomer for the IT industries. Okay, I am already working for the core related company, that is a painting related company. Some health issues, so I will switch off the IT industries company. That's all me.
Okay, okay, that's nice. Thank you, Magesh. Only thing
Thank
is,
you.
before you proceed, we need to understand about
Yeah.
the basics of IT as well. I mean, ISTIO is a bit of advanced, so we'll go with that. We can discuss. Okay.
Okay, Gomes.
Yeah, nice. Priya. Okay, unfortunately, Priya's mic is having some issues. I know you have unmuted, but we are unable to hear you. Yeah, no problem, Priya. We'll come back once your mic is fine. Okay, we'll go for a small intro what it is, and probably another 15-20 minutes, and we'll wind up for today. And from tomorrow, we'll go with the technical perspective. Okay, and Magesh, please do call me in the evening after 9 p.m. We'll discuss.
Yes, okay, Gomes.
Yeah, great. So Istio, why do I really need to come towards Istio? So all these stories, I would say it starts with monolith versus microservices, right? One must understand the very basics of this. And guys, one more thing, I'll set the thumb rule. I know that few of you are experienced, but still I have to go from the basics so that all of us are on the same page, right? So, and we have a few updates also on Istio, very recent updates. So we will talk about those as well when we move on. So the first thing is the monolith versus microservices, right? I given examples here, right? Previously, when we started several years back, everything is tightly coupled. Okay, you cannot remove something individually. Okay, let's say here they have given as an e-commerce application. I was working for a banking application, especially. So let's say in banking application, I have fund transfer or checking out the accounts, checking the reports, checking the history of transactions, downloading and all these things, right? But when I try to do all those things, right, what will happen is if something goes wrong on a specific menu alone, can be a fund transfer or transaction port, whatever it is, I'll try to fix that. That's totally fine. But when I try to fix it, I will be in a position to bring down the whole application. Right? It's not that I'll be able to take the fund transfer alone outside, make a fix and insert inside. No. To do that, I have to work on the entire application, reboot the entire application, redeploy the entire stuff. So whenever, let's say I have around 15 different stuff tightly packed. So when I have different 15 stuff packed tightly, even if one application is having a problem, I have to take a maintenance window and reboot the entire stuff. That is the problem with my monolith. Everything is tightly coupled. Okay, here hard to scale, deploying and debug is also a hectic stuff, right? Because you to narrow down to that itself will take a very long time. Right here, the example what I've given is a single e-commerce app handling catalog, cart, payments, etc. Nowadays, e-commerce is the best example, right? You have everything there. You just go and purchase everything, whatever you want. You link it to your, you can temporarily store everything in your cart, right? Then you can move that to the payment structure, add the address that will be handled by an application. Then you connect from your e-commerce application to a payment gateway. Either you link it to your net banking or Razorpay or whatever payment gateways you have, you link it there. From there, from the third party, you make the payment, come back to your e-commerce application and start tracking. So several applications are linked together. Then when you have any issues, you go to the help. When you go to the help, that will automatically tell you, hey, these are the products you purchased, which product you wanted to get the support with, right? So they are interlinked as well. So if it is totally packed together, something goes wrong, then I have to bring down the entire stuff and nothing will work. That was the problem with monolith. That's where they introduce this microservices. Micro means make it small. Don't keep it as a big one, just make it small. So fund transfer or transaction reports or my invoices, my account statements, my credit card, everything bring separately. My customer care, my billing stuff, everything bring it as small one. So what they were doing at that time is, I still remember we used to, when the containers and everything were introduced, we were having calls, right? We were having the calls with the, this I'm talking about 2017, I believe. So when we're having calls with everyone, we are saying, okay, we can have Kubernetes. We can. That's the time when we started discussing about Kubernetes actually, right? 2017. So we were talking about how we can get into Kubernetes and all that. Then developers immediately told that, hey, Gomes, we are running with monolith. It's tightly packed. The first thing is we want to convert everything into microservice. And they were giving a duration for that, which customer was not agreeing towards. Hey, if you take this much long time to do it, currently you guys are taking several months to deliver a particular menu or an application. And with the same traditional way of approach and the process, if you guys work on this particular development, that is going to take a long time. That's where we pitched in the DevOps as well at that time, right? When we bring in DevOps as a process, a culture, and bring in the agile methodology and everything, then we will be able to deliver you the application in a very faster pace, right? Several things were coming together at that time. So that's a time when we were pitching on DevOps first. Hey, we'll bring in this customer. Hey, what is that? Then we were talking about the pipeline, continuous integration, how the team can work collaboratively, how the DevOps engineers can really support the developers to make sure that whenever they do something, don't wait for the infra team. Just go and deploy the application instantly. That's it. That's where the CI/CD pipeline, everything came in, and we were working on several POCs to do that. And the first thing is we are moving towards AWS at that time, right? And slowly we are moving towards that. And Kubernetes we introduced for the first time. So then the plan was developers have to just decouple the entire tightly packed applications as microservices, right? They divided everything. Now, like the way here you can see for an e-commerce application, we split it. Catalog service will be separate. Cart service will be separate. Payment service separate. the navigation and purchasing your applications or placing orders will be separate. So if my cart is having a problem, I'll just remove that particular cart service application alone outside. I'll fix it, I'll insert inside. So that's where now when this came in, the number of microservices started increasing in a pace. It started coming in more, right? It's like previously several years back, if you are going to airport and things, I still remember in Bangalore, guys will not even remove the tag from the bag. Actually, they go to a airport and come, because that was like a status at that time, right? I mean, guys going in flights were very less, I would put it that way, right? They'll not even remove the tag, they'll keep it the tag safe and all these things. And the airport will be not crowded like the way we see now, right? Now the airport is like more than bus crowd. If you go to airport, the crowd is very way high there. You have to stand in a very long queue and clear all those things. And then if you go to overseas immigration stuff, right? Immigration, we will think that is this a new world there, right? I mean, I especially think that when I go, that's a very big queue which I'm seeing, which you will not see even in a small bus stand or native bus stand or Chennai bus stand. You will see that immigration, those many are going traveling abroad. That much amount of, so think about how many flights will be roaming around, right? So many flights introduced. When Air India was given to Tata, the number of flights are also were increased. Then Kingfisher went and other guys jumped in. SpiceJet, Sun came in. So when the number of flights are increasing, now think about the load of the air traffic controller who are in the ground. Their responsibility is to make sure that every flights are being landed properly. They have their proper runway. Security is being taken care. At the same time, when they are communicating in a specific frequency to the pilot who are flying there, that frequency must be kept encrypted, right? That is why we got into issues like hijacking and all these things, right? They'll tune into a different frequency and they'll start talking. So that should also not be intruded by anyone else, rather only the air traffic control alone can hear it. So how the air traffic control is managing the entire air traffic route, how they are making sure they are being landed, what are the security measures they are taking to make sure that the communications are safe, then how are they even observing? You would have seen several movies, right? How the traffic control is being monitored, how the flights are being diverted, how they are being landed, how the status are being updated. We monitor the traffic as well, right? Observability. Why am I observing that? If something goes wrong, immediately raise the alert and fix it. So similar to this air traffic control, when the number of microservices are increasing so much, and when the users are making several requests. Nowadays, what we started doing, when we place an order, the order is taking some time, we go for a break and come back, then that is still seconds are pending, then you go and navigate something else immediately. So when you make several navigations, the applications are instantly giving you the responses as well, right? I mean, but how? I have several applications running as a container there. How my request is going instantly to the respective services and I'm getting the output page immediately. So here we all know about Kubernetes, right? I mean, to learn ISTIO mandatorily, you need to know about Kubernetes. To know about Kubernetes, you need to 100% know about containers as well. So I hope all of you in this will have the basic understanding of Kubernetes. So my application as a container image is running inside the pod, and I'll talk about this later again tomorrow, okay, in the class. Today I'm just giving a intro to settle down. That's it. Tomorrow again I'll go with some basics, and only then I'll touch bases so that whoever is not yet into Istio will have a refreshing of your memory. Okay. So experience, please bear with me, especially Naveen, I know. Okay, so my application is running inside the pod. When I expose the pod, my service is there. So any user, let's say I'm making a payment. When I make the payment, my request has to reach that particular application, that pod. How it will reach? It will go through service. Service will see which application has to be routed, it will route it. So if the number of microservers and the number of service objects are less, it's fine. The service itself will do the load balancing and everything. But when the number of pods are increasing, Now I need someone to manage like a air traffic control. Hey, you go here, you go here, you take this route, you take this traffic. Hey, you have to make sure that when I'm communicating all these things, security must be there, right? I have to do monitoring, I have to do observability. This is where the ISTIO comes in. Okay, so when microservice comes in, everyone thought the issues are gone, but that is a new era of beginning of another bigger problem. That is why I used to tell everyone in traditional, when corporates were saying that by bringing in Kubernetes, containers, and everything, we'll be able to lower the cost, we'll be able to bring down the resources from 20 to 10 and all these things. But practically, what happened is yes, 20 to 10 they bought it, but for that 10 alone, they were paying the salary in the double and triple. Right, all of you will be knowing that very well. When you go to the next level, the salary is also very good, right? I mean, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, all the lakhs are getting, all the zeros are getting added. That is how the industry is now. So by learning all these things, of course, things are really going on well, wherein you can add value to your profile when you have ISTIO, because all the organizations are not stopping with very minimal microservices. Their microservices are expanding, expanding, expanding. And in the world of quick commerce of 10 minutes delivery, you mark today, the number of quick commerce are going to increase like hell, including saloon or whatever. People are going to come to your, they're going to help you wear your shoes, see the size, they will change instantly and give you and tell that shoes can be delivered in 10 minutes. My agent will come and do it. Saloon, they will come and do it. Cooking, they will come and do it. Everything is going to happen in 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And Myntra is launching M Now, right? M Now is for 30 minutes deliveries. So all the husbands are dead going forward, because your wives and mothers are going to make purchases of all sort of dresses, whatever they see online. In 30 minutes it will come and you guys are dead with the wallet, right? And whoever is single, especially Naveen, they who have several lovers, they are also dead, because they'll have no options other than to spend like this. So wait for Myntra and you are gone. So when these sort of e-commerce are coming, these guys are including several options for us to navigate. In turn, that's where the complexity comes, and that's where the ISTIO also comes in. The challenges are service discovery, how to find the services each other, right? I mean, at that time when we were working together, right? We team used to go several places for hotels. We'll tell that, hey, we are going to this location. Myself, Naveen, and another few guys will tell that we are going to this hotel. But we'll not go there. We'll go to somewhere else. Then for coffee, we'll go somewhere else. Then again, just to refresh, we'll go to ECR beach. So how will you even find me? Where am I going? Where these guys are? How will I find these guys to make sure that I deliver a task to them? So it's such similar to that, when a user is requesting for a particular application, how the requests are being taken to the respective applications, right? That's where the service discovery comes. How will you find it? Then traffic management, security, observability, all these things, the solution is ISTIO. So ISTIO is a service mesh. Service mesh is a terminology, right? Service mesh is a terminology, and ISTIO is a platform or a tool. We call it as ISTIO service mesh. So this will enhance the microservice communication, security, and monitoring. Okay, and it's a native of Kubernetes. Sorry, CNF, Cloud Native Foundation. Okay, and I'll talk about this tomorrow, not today. This one. I'll give you one more example of what I kept it. Yeah. Okay, I didn't align it properly. I took some time and I thought, okay, I'll come and navigate in front of you itself. So ISTIO is an open source service mesh. Just remember the air traffic controller. That's it. Okay. How he manages, ISTIO will stand in front. Any user request, whichever is coming in, he will take that. Okay, what have you got me? Okay, he'll take the request. Okay, you go to this service. This service will take you to that application. Hey, this path, okay, come in. Okay, you take this one, go there. And I can also do canary deployments also with ISTIO very well. What is canary deployment? Like when I was in this Comcast, right, video engineering, we were introducing a new feature at that time. So the instruction from the leadership is, hey Gomes, we can test only in production this one. We cannot have any test environments. So directly don't put it. Can you aim only the Toronto subscribers alone? Okay, some certain set of percentages only in Toronto, Canada, Toronto. Just test it there. If the Toronto people are satisfied with the feature, then we'll roll out for the entire stuff. So I have to split the traffic and I have to make sure that it is being taken care. So those sort of deployment, we call it as canary deployment, percentage based splitting. Those also can be achieved by Istio. Right? Istio is an open source service mesh that provides a layer of abstraction above microservice. It will stand like a gateway. Before even you reach the service and the application, Istio will take care of all the traffic management. Okay, like traffic management, security, and observability. Now, why do I need to use service mesh? So microservices offers flexibility and scalability. Of course, microservice is so flexible that whatever issues you have, you take that alone and fix it. Done. But managing them is the biggest complex one, right? Now, just now, Mohan also told, right? Cloud is really good. But what if the number of tenants and tenants and everything is increasing like hell? That is where the complexity comes, and you need to have a tool to track that everyone so that we are good. Else, manually working on that and managing is not at all going to help it, right? You have monitoring tools to fix it, and that we have self-healing tools also to fix it when you manage it. So Istio simplifies this by providing a centralized platform for managing your distributed applications. So microservice to that, that's what I was explaining. And here, there's a simple application architecture. These diagrams are available in istio.io itself. Okay, it's not that I created, simply I just copy pasted from that, right? Istio.io website itself is a very clear website which is giving you the basics and explain. When tomorrow I'll also follow that initially, how we can deploy and all things. Then we'll move on to the next. Okay, similar to the exam perspective. So this diagram, as you can see, a user is making a request, HTTP or HTTPS, whatever. It comes to the front end. What is front end? Front end means all of us, when we access the application, the image and the applications, whatever we see, we refer it as front end. Right? That is being written in Go language. And below I have a load generator. I can see locust. So this is a testing tool. See, whenever initially, before I launch a particular application, I have to do a load testing, right? Why am I doing load testing? Load testing will make sure that when the number of loads are being tested, how my platform is handling the request, how my application is functioning. Is that throwing any errors? Whether I am having proper resources to handle that. All these things, whether the request is going to the right application. So for that, I have a load generator, which is written in Python. Then I have several GPRC. I mean, through this particular RPC communication, I am taking to the respective applications. So all these are microservices: protect, catalog service, recommendation service. It will recommend. Nowadays, everything got recommended. In Amazon, you go, you select a headset, and below it will show you recommended. Hey, I recommend this. I recommend this. Based on your search, I am recommending this. Get a combo. Recommendation service. Then currency service, checkout service. You check out and it will go to the cart, right? Whenever you do a checkout service, it will be in your cart temporarily. So handling this temporarily, it will be in a cart service that is managed by cache, Redis cache. Why you need a Redis? Redis is a cache server so that temporarily all the details will be stored over there. That's why we use Redis cache. Then shipping service, ad service. And you can see they are developed in different languages: microservice, Go language, Python, JS, then Java, all these things, right? From there, I can also have, I can email and I can make a payment service as well, right? From the checkout, after the checkout, I can send you an email stating you have made the payment successfully and you will get the product in so and so date. And it will also, after checkout, it will also take you to the payment service to make the payments, right? So you can see different applications, microservices which are running, and to make sure all the requests by the users are being taken to the right application, we use Istio. And I'll explain about these in a practical way tomorrow. But just so to make it as an intro, Istio, when you can install as an operator or normally also, right? In Kubernetes, the simple way of deploying is as an operator, as a package. So when you install Istio in your Kubernetes, you will get two things: control plane and data plane. I will repeat. When we have a Kubernetes cluster, on top of that, when I install Istio components, or we have a control plane and data plane. Control plane is for managing the entire stuff. Data plane is where your application is running. How am I making the traffic properly? So the control plane will have components like pilot for configuring the envoy proxies. We have a concept called envoy. The envoy is application, a proxy which will be tagged with your applications, with your service especially. To run as a sidecar actually. I'll talk about that in detail tomorrow. Okay, so all your applications will be tagged with a sidecar proxy named envoy proxy, so that Istio will communicate through this guy only. Anything and everything will go through this guy only. Okay, let's say for an example, I'm a consultant and I'm sending my junior to Naveen. I'm sending my another junior to Mohana. So what will I do is, if I wanted to communicate anything to Naveen, I'll first of all pass the details to my agent. He will talk to Naveen immediately. The other agent will immediately talk to Mohana. What I will do, I will have all the communications to the agent first. That is how it is. Okay, envoy proxy, which is on the data plane with your application. On the control plane, we have pilot, then mixer for telemetry and policy, Citadel, a component for security and certificate issuer, Galley for config management validation. These are the components what we will break down and understand with the examples on how it works. Okay, I'll send you this PDF also. I'll just first of all fix it what it is, then I'll send it. Okay, because I'm yet to fix the flow of this. So I'll do that and I'll send it. Okay, installation setup, which we'll be talking tomorrow.